Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today's Monday, December 11th. I'm already over the month. I'm already over this week.
Huggies.
I mentioned before that I really just don't enjoy this month.
Well,
I try my hardest.
I can tell you part of the reason why you don't like it. You are involved with a lot of different groups that get very busy this time of year, and you're in positions where it just means you get busier, and because you're in so many of them, you drive yourself to the point of exhaustion the entire month.
I've never really liked this month.
Okay, well that isn't helping.
Well, no. It's not.
I like this month for a very simple reason.
Why?
Because I have off between Christmas and New Year's, and I get to spend that time all the time with you.
Yay!
There's a reason to like the end of it anyway.
Well, there's a reason I like the end of it. I'm stressed out. I'm over it. And people irritating me, just not having it right now. I hope y'all's week was good. Last week was good. Last week wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
Busy. It was busy. We had guild. We had our guild potluck. It was fantastic. It was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of protein.
Okay. Some of you will know me. I actually requested that in the April potluck if we could please have more vegetable options. Because there was one dish.
There was
30 people there. One person brought something where the main taste was actually a vegetable, and it's a vegetable I don't like as the main flavor.
Well, yeah, one person brought like a spanakopita, the spinach and feta cheese thing. One person brought a sweet potato bake. There was like 4 different kinds of meatballs and 2 or 3 different kinds of cocktail weenies. You're supposed to bring your favorite family holiday dish. Is that what y'all eat on the holidays? I feel sorry for your families.
Keep in mind, most of the stuff we ate was actually like, if you like those meatballs, those are your favorite thing on the plate. Which is what people will probably think. So literally, we had the dessert table, and then we had the meat dessert table.
We had the meatball table. Laura doesn't like meatballs.
No, it's also the ham. Like, to me, like, I ate so much, and I'm just sitting here like, this is awesome.
And I barely ate because I don't like meatballs.
There's plenty of ham.
Or cocktail weenies. But it was good.
Also, a lot of dessert, too.
There was lots of desserts, yes.
I love how without coordination, they always divvy up half dessert, half...
We've had times where it's been more side dishes, but...
I'm talking about dessert and entree.
Well,
it's usually a good half and half mix.
No. There's been times where it's not been. But
okay,
it's fine.
Since I've been doing it. At least I think.
No. Not true.
So. Okay, whatever then. I will say, everybody cooks for 10 people. Everybody.
Yes. Okay. Well.
I love you too, buddy.
Hopefully your week was good. Hopefully your week coming up is going to be better than mine, because I'm already over this week. Hi, buddy.
It shouldn't be too bad, aside from getting my eyes examined tomorrow.
We're not going to talk about tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm already tired today for tomorrow. And I'm already feeling like a horrible puppy parent. Because I know the dog is going to be home alone a lot tomorrow.
She'll live.
Okay, why don't we shout out our commenters?
Hey y'all, what's up?
What's up?
Peace! I'm not Generation Bill. Angie, Tracy, Teresa, Bridget, Andre, and Tamara.
Andrea.
Okay, oh my God. I'm not good with names.
Thank you all so much for your comments. Tracy agrees with you. She does not get the ugly Christmas sweater thing. But Angie defers. You either get it or you don't.
I already have the question. Is anybody else as bad at me when it comes to pronouncing names? Especially somebody with, like, I have the easiest. My first name is one syllable. My last name is one syllable.
So I jokingly last month said that I was going to make everybody next year turn in a pronunciation guide for their names because I can't pronounce their names when I do birthdays at Guild. So I'm bad too.
Yeah. Part of the funny thing with cross-stitching with me is, one, I have one of the easiest names to remember on the planet. It's Joe. I mean, seriously.
My hair is falling.
You really don't get an easier name than mine. Plus, whenever it deals with cross-stitch, I'm the guy who's married to a wife, and we both do it. Which is actually rarer than you would think, because actually most of the guys that I've seen who cross-stitch don't come with their wives. And so we're kind of like the only stitching couple that I think I've ever met.
Well, I mean, in person. There are other stitching couples.
I know there are, but in person, we've met. So it's in-person meetups, we stick out in people's memories.
You stick out, all right.
It has nothing to do with my energetic and psychotic demeanor.
Not at all.
Or my sense of humor.
Well, why don't we go on to whips? Poor Joe.
I forgot the action. I had the pattern. I had the floss. I had the needle, the scissors, the marker. The actual project is still sitting over there.
Well,
I was so disappointed too because I actually got done everything quickly. Because I got everything done quickly so that I could sit down and get a little bit of stitching in. And I got my stitch. And then the rest of the week's been psychotic. How about you, my lovely dearest?
well, I have stitched. Flip this over.
I don't think we'd be filming if you hadn't.
I'd be crying if I hadn't. So I showed you last week. I worked on... Okay, disclaimer. May or may not have star pictures. Just saying. So last week I showed you how I was working on Merry and Bright by the Stitcher Hood from the 2020 Just Cross Stitch Ornament issue. And I finished that. So when you saw it last week, I think I just had the snowflakes and some of the black border to finish.
Did you say the F word?
Yes, I said finish. So now I can take this piece of fabric and cut it up and make more ornaments for my tree.
We finally found those.
I knew it. It was 1,045 stitches to complete Merry and Bright.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Then I pulled out the next ornament, which was Have a Mooey Christmas by Shannon Pope. And this was supposed to be like full coverage with the white snow. And I realized this was out of the 2021 Just Cross Stitch magazine. And you know something I realized last night? As I was looking through back issues of Just Cross Stitch magazine digitally. This is a piece of a larger project that is like a snowy white scene, all full coverage on white fabric. It's pretty, I ain't gonna stitch it. I stitched my favorite part of it because it was an ornament.
Can I be a smarty?
What?
I'm looking at that and I'm like, at the first I'm like, are those flying cows?
No. Now, I did not stitch all of the white background. So my clouds actually look like they're standing on a little bit of something, because you can really distinguish the blue that's under them a little bit better. I did not do nearly as much backstitch as it called for, because since I did not do the background, I figured it just didn't need it.
Is that one done?
This one is done. 958 stitches. And it is done. And then I pulled out Polar Bear by Natalia Lunevia. I hope I said that right. This was a 2020 just cross stitch. And this is a finish. I had to finish Christmas and then the whole bear.
Now my
Honestly,
confusion
don't
understands.
know where I started, what I all finished on Movie Christmas. I really don't remember. This was 1,008 stitches.
I now know why I was confused.
What?
Well, normally you save the finishes till the end, which is like, wait, is that the finish? This is the first one you're doing. Oh, they're all finishes. Okay.
They are all finishes. So, yeah, if you missed it last week, for the December dash, for Daily 30, for the month, I'm finishing all of these ornaments that I've had lingering. So, alright. Do you want to do haul or plans first?
All works, because I think I have to get these.
Haul.
Y'all.
Haul, y'all. Guild meeting, freebie table. We picked up haul.
Well, I think I'm the only one who did, actually.
No, you were not the only one who did.
Oh, okay. Well, I got this one.
It's Crazy for Cross Stitch magazine. I don't know what year it is.
This is July 2001.
I had just graduated high school, y'all.
Oh my God, this is when we met.
You're right, it is.
Late June, early July of this year is when we met.
20...
In 2001.
22 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, this has a really cool, and yes, I can show this. I was making sure it didn't have...
He got it because of the train.
No, actually, I got it because I figured you'd want to stitch that.
I don't really. It's cute.
There is another one in here. I think you did say.
I think there was another one in there I did say I wanted to. I know I want to do the one that's on the cover of Crazy for Cross Stitch.
Oh, that's funny. It's July 2002.
Okay, so 21 years ago.
Wow. I graduated like the 28th of... No, it's 26th of June is when I graduated. We had a very bad winter.
Yeah.
And I got this because that's cool.
I want to stitch that.
I don't know. Why do you think I got it?
I don't know why I like boats and sailing ships, because I have no desire to be on a sail ship.
Oh, this is the one that had the thing you all
On a
see.
sailboat. Oh yeah, that's cute. I have no desire to be on a sailboat. Like, work a sailboat. Like, if somebody else could sail it for me, I would probably enjoy it, but...
I know why you like it.
Huh.
Because you can go up to Put in Bay and see all the sailboats going down, up and down.
I love it when we go to my aunt's lake house in, down by Cambridge, Ohio. They do have a sailboat club down there on the lake, on Seneca Lake, and you get to see them occasionally. That's kind of fun.
I actually got that because I wanted to do the compass and the sextant.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to stitch the boat. I want to stitch the parts because they're basically early.
Okay.
They are. I'm just putting this over here so you don't lose it.
No, it's
They're early high-tech pieces of equipment. I mean, the engineering that went into a sextant is outrageous when you think of the time period it was made.
right.
There is a reason why that was actually one of the most sought after pieces of loot by pirates.
I don't know why I just pulled this all out. I do know why. I never checked to see if it was the full kit. Okay.
Does that floss go in there?
Yes.
I was making sure you noticed it.
This is what I picked up. I picked up, and actually when I picked it up, it rattled, and I was a little worried. So I picked up, it is Daydreams Counted Cross Stitch. It's a Dimensions kit. It was when was it? This is a 1999 copyright. Boy, we went old school this week with I remember when these were first out. I really do. And I always thought they were kind of cool. But you see how it says real glass? I picked it up and it made noise. Well, I was slightly concerned. So, but no, it is the full kit. It's all in there. So you'll see that stitched at some point next year.
Yeah, I actually want to start that sexton eventually. Okay. But I want to actually go raid your stash.
Okay.
Stitch from stash with that one.
Okay. I forgot the bag. Hold, please. Okay. Now we are ready for plans.
I plan to not have my head pop off.
It's gonna happen.
I've got
my head's gonna go.
A brand new nativity to assemble and build. I got
bought a new nativity because our inflatable is like doing this number. It won't stand up. So we got one that's not inflatable.
And then I have 2 streams to do this week with my friend. I have a D&D game to plan. I have a second D&D game to plan. I got to post some Christmas decorations. And also I need to keep my sanity in check.
I have to decorate the church tomorrow. And then I have a doctor's appointment.
Oh yeah, and I have an eye appointment.
And then I have a funeral. Like all on the same day. I'm going to go insane.
Honey, I think the decorating committee will understand if you need to step back.
I may not stay the whole time for the decorating. Tomorrow I may step out early.
Hon, if you mention to those ladies that you have to go to a funeral, they're going to kick you out of the building.
I understand that, but like the funerals, it all lines up. But anyway, so yeah, it's a busy week. Wednesday's PSR, Thursday's EGA meeting. Friday they are having a party at my grandpa's retirement home, assisted living home. Mother and I are going to. It's a busy week.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to go because they put a visitor restriction.
They put a visitor restriction on it this year because last year they didn't plan ahead and they didn't have enough space. And yeah, anyways.
Probably or enough food.
Or enough food. Well, they probably didn't want to buy all that food. Moving along, let's talk about the stitching plans. Because there are stitching plans for this week. I pulled out, after I finished Polar Bear, I pulled out this lovely ornament. It is called Chris Lolly. I think the name of it's insane. And it is by the Queen Stitcher, or the Queen Stitch. Also a 2022 ornament issue. Did you see thing? A 2020 ornament issue. I've got some stitches in on that. A, I don't know where I'm at entirely. B, it's not finished. You'll see it next week. Then, once that is done, I have Snow to finish. I'm not pulling these out to figure out what ornament issue they're from. This bag actually has 2 projects in it. It has Silent Night by Ursula Michael. And then I used, it calls for 3 floss colors, 2 blues and a yellow. I used those same floss colors to start a little Ukrainian flag emblem. Because this was back when, the beginning of the Ukraine war, back when Russia invaded Ukraine. And I wanted to stitch that in support of that, and I'm going to finish the little Ukraine emblem for an ornament for our tree. But I also have, I talked to my friend that is Jewish, and she sent me a little pattern of the Israel flag, of the flag of Israel. It's not quite this, it's a little bit smaller, But I'm going to stitch that and finish that into an ornament in support of Israel after the Hamas attack. And then this one's going to take a little bit longer. That's why this one's last. This is Berries in Bloom. It's hands-on design. I think I only have like 1 or 2 of these started. I don't even think they're completely finished. So this one's going to take a bit longer. And then the last thing that's in this bag of ornaments, that will finish my Ornament Start Palooza. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will finish Ornament Start Palooza from 2022. This, come on you faithful. Yo, this is not an ornament. It is not an ornament. And when I kitted it up, I knew it was like, it's huge. It's like 100 some stitches long ways. I knew it was going to never be an ornament. I'm actually taking it out of the ornament bag with its flosses and putting it in as a separate whip of its own.
Looking at these compared to the size of those keys, I actually think these are actually ornament size. I think I might actually do these 4 as ornaments.
That would be okay. But anyways, I'm just not, like, I'm going to pull it out of the ornaments and call it a whip, a small whip. I will work on it, but I'm going to actually put it into the whip rotation. Depending on how fast I get done with these 5, I would like to do the Israeli flag this year. This may come out for a while. That's later plans. Like, you may see some of these again next week in the plans section. It is what it is. Ooey fuzzy. This is the one thing I struggle with, like, because the computer's like over here. It's off screen. It's like down there. And I try to focus on the camera, so I'm like talking to you and engaging with you. I don't always see when we go fuzzy anymore.
And we don't want to put it here because when we did that, we accidentally hit buttons and made the thing stop.
Right, and I would still be looking down to see if we go fuzzy, and I just think that's rude. I'm trying not to look like I'm trying to look and be engaged. All of my life, I have struggled with like looking at someone when I talk and looking like I'm engaged in the conversation, even though I am. It's all in my head.
Hey, honey. Imagine how streamers who film themselves while they're playing video games feel.
I just... That I can understand. Like, if you're playing a video game and you're sitting there talking about the video game and you're playing the video game, like, I can understand you looking at the computer for something like that. I'm trying to be engaging.
Oh, no, I'm saying, like,
I'm
they
probably
get really
failing
fun.
miserably.
They get really, like, I saw my one friend Chef's setup. He designed his room around streaming so that his camera is as close to his monitor without the monitor or the camera interfering with each other. So that way it looks, so he only has to do this when he's talking to the camera, and it's like, people spend a lot of time and effort setting it up for themselves.
I know
when they go
do.
hardcore.
And I'm trying to look engaged. Like...
Well, for what we're doing, this is perfectly fine. I'm talking about when you go full-on kit crazy.
Right. So, that's plans. Where I get to with ornaments, we'll see next week. Like...
I would not be surprised if you don't get much until the weekend.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Next week is looking a little bit less busy. So... there's that to look forward to. I just gotta make it through the weekend. Actually, the weekend isn't gonna be too bad. The weekend's not gonna be bad. Really, all we have to do is church and dinner with Mom and Dad.
Which is easy.
Which is easy. And grocery shopping, which is stressful, but... like, I'm legit gonna set my alarm.
I'm gonna go with you this weekend, okay, to grocery shopping. Though I will suggest that you put something in my mouth before we leave.
I certainly will.
Or we are going to spend more money than we should.
I certainly will. So there's this kid that works at the grocery store who wants to get fired. Like, he legitimately wants to get fired. And is like the biggest pile of... Like, they're not going to fire him because they need employees. Like, they're begging for employees already. They've got help wanted posters, help wanted signs everywhere all over the store. They're not going to fire him. But he is trying to get himself fired. And all he's really doing is irritating customers. Yeah. Announcements? I don't.
Nope.
I don't have a ton of announcements. I got a couple of these were released sometime in November. I can't really remember when, because when I first ordered it, it was back ordered, and then I reordered it, and they sent me... Hoffman's, like, usually doesn't send me stuff when it gets back ordered. Well, they did this time. It is Cottage Garden Samplings Christmas Parade. It is super cute. It's just not something I'm going to stitch. So I have a couple copies of that if you would like a copy of it. Most people already have theirs from other places. That's why I'm holding on to 2 copies. But if you would like a copy of it, contact me. That's all I've got. So what would we like the people to do, darling?
Please have a nice and lovely and please less stressful week than us.
Have a calm week compared to me.
Please like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, thingy me bobby, the whole YouTube spiel. Because it actually does help.
It does help. It does help. I'm sitting there. I'm like touching him. So when he was doing that, I was over
Oh, I forgot to mention this to you.
Oh, God.
Hi, Brooke. One of my coworkers said that she's going to be watching our video, and I want to see if she actually did.
Okay.
We had our Christmas... I forgot. Yeah, we had our Christmas lunch. We had our work Christmas lunch party last week.
I am so glad they don't have a corporate Christmas party where spouses have to go. Wait, did I say that out loud?
Love you too. But, no, I told her that I had a YouTube channel, and what we talked about is like, ooh, I want to see. I'm like, okay, it's the Slovak Farm.
There you go. All right, well, have a great week, everybody. We will see you next week.
Bye!